Hi there, Doug Noll here, and in this video I'm sharing 5 key practices that will allow you to control your emotions when trading, whether you're stock trading, crypto trading, options trading, whatever it might be. And wait until the last one because it's the juiciest. So emotions disrupt your trading decision making by overwhelming your prefrontal cortex and forcing reactive programmed behavior rather than deliberative thinking. 2 skills have to be mastered. First, you have to develop emotional self-awareness, and then you have to develop emotional self-regulation. Emotional self-awareness develops as you focus on your precise feelings. Think about the emotions and feelings that you experience when you're trading. Those will include excitement and pleasure, anticipation, fear of loss, fear of missing out, fear of being a loser, fear of failure, anxiety, sadness and despair, embarrassment. So here is the first practice to start developing control over your emotions when you're trading. For this practice, sit in front of your trading desk or screen with a pad of paper and a pen. Watch the data as you normally would, and pay very close attention to your emotions and feelings. Write down every feeling you sense, no matter how slight or how fast. Notice that emotions come in clusters. You'll never experience one emotion in isolation, although one emotion might be dominant. Practice number 2. For this practice, write down the set of emotions and feelings you have when you make a great trade, make a bad trade, make an okay trade, lose a little money but not too much, successfully forecast a move, mistakenly forecast a move. For each set of emotions that you identified in those last conditions, what kind of decision have you made in the past? For each set of emotions, what would be the optimal decision for you to make going forward? Here's practice number 3. For this practice, write out the answers to these questions. Why do you trade? What do you expect to gain from trading? What other activities could help you gain the same result? What other activities could help you experience the same set of emotions? Practice number 4. For this practice, write out a business plan that includes your long-term trading strategy and your trading rules that you will never break, no matter what you feel. Finally, become aware of your cognitive biases. Cognitive biases are decisional shortcuts that can distort your perception of the world and your ability. In the trading environment, the most dangerous cognitive biases are overconfidence bias. Sometimes this is called the Lake Wobegon effect. And you've probably heard of Garrison Keillor's mythical village of Lake Wobegon, where all the women are strong, all the men are handsome, and all the children are above average. In the overconfidence bias, we tend to think that we're better than everybody else. We're smarter, we're more intelligent, we make better decisions, we know more. And the truth is, most of us, in fact all of us, are just average. And yet, there's this bias that makes us think that we are better than we really are. So be careful of overconfidence. The self-serving bias is a bias that comes up when we blame extrinsic factors for something that happens. So for example, if I'm late to a meeting, it's because I got stuck in a traffic jam. But if you were late for the same meeting, it's because you're just lazy and you don't care. So be careful of the self-serving bias. Status quo bias is a bias that makes us resistant to change. We will tend to stick with the decisions with which we're comfortable rather than decisions which might be uncomfortable but more appropriate. Regret aversion is a bias that makes us not want to make a decision because we're afraid that if we make a bad decision, we'll feel bad about it. Selective memory is a bias that occurs because we only select information that confirms a decision that we want to reach. This is also known as a confirmation bias. Selective perception means that we only perceive those things that are salient to us right now. So that could mean that you exclude important trading data because at that moment in your brain, because of your emotions, the data is not important to you. You just miss it. You don't even see it. The illusion of control bias is a bias that makes us believe that we can control things, like calling snake eyes or with a roll of the dice. And we think we have control, but we really don't. Belief in a just world is a bias that makes us believe that everything will work out, that everything is fair and life is fair. It's just not true. There's no such thing as fairness. There's no such thing as justice, and certainly not in trading. The availability heuristic is a bias that means that we just only pay attention to the most recent information we have received and don't look at the broader data set that could help us make an informed decision that might be contrary to where we want to go right now. The belief in intuition is a belief that your gut is more accurate than your deliberative thinking. And all I can tell you on intuition, and I'll probably do a whole video on this, is that intuition is the worst way to make decisions. It has its place, but most people who make gut decisions are wrong. Loss aversion is a bias that makes you want to avoid losses. So you will make decisions or avoid making decisions in order to not take a loss. Sunk cost fallacy is the idea that when you've put in so much money, you've got to make up that loss. And so you tend to throw good money after bad. So be aware of these cognitive biases and work at the 4 practices over a period of 30 to 90 days. Pay close attention to your emotional experiences in all aspects of your life. Soon you'll become much more conscious of your emotions, and they will no longer unconsciously control your trading behaviors. So who am I? Well, my name is Doug Noll. I'm a lawyer turned peacemaker. I'm an author, speaker, trainer, visionary, and coach. I'm the co-founder of Prison of Peace, and I'm dedicated to helping people like you live fulfilled lives. I offer individualized training and coaching to a select group of clients. So if you'd like to set up a call to explore the possibilities, email me at doug@dougnoll.com. Sign up for the Basic Emotional Competency course here at https://dougnoll.co emotional competency. And if you like this video, give me a like and subscribe to the channel. We'll see you next time.